What is going on, guys? Skip here and welcome back to another episode in our Road to Glory series. Today we are back with some white ball cricket as Gloucester take on the Outlaws in a semi-final. Yes, semi-final one-day cricket coming at you today. We know that Pjizma's had an interrupted season with the white ball, but he's done enough with the lads to ensure that they at least get a crack at the title. If we have a quick squiz at the big dog, you can see his form's still not quite there, but his skills and perks are starting to fire up. He's getting himself in the gym, and I tell you what, that brain of his continues to expand. So look forward to the big dog putting on a show today. That's enough from me. I'll catch us all in the middle. If you do enjoy Cricket 22 content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky comment down below. I promise you'll take a fifer in your next innings. We do live stream over on Twitch 4 days a week. I'll leave all my links in the description. So click on in, come and say g'day, and let's continue to put cricket back on the map. So here we are, ladies and gents. Welcome to Gloucestershire Park for this first semi-final between Gloucestershire and the Outlaws. Big Pjizma Pant sitting himself at number 4, and we've got Malto umpiring. Yes, the big umpires come out for the big occasions, and he is here today. The coin toss goes up. We know that tails never fails, and on this occasion in the semi, it's not going to let us down. And on a hard, dusty wicket, Big Pjizma's going to hesitate, but he's going to put Gloucestershire into bat. The lads will have a bowl. Let's see what the boys can get up to out in the guts. Well, here we go. Semi-final cricket. C. Dent, Marcus Harris. Pjizma rolls in the first ball. He slashes and misses, and Pjizma just has a gaze at him and says, "What is going on, big dog? You are gonna get it." The backdrop looks hot. Big dog comes in, ball number 2, and Dent hits this to point, no run. Well, it's exciting stuff as the big dog gets us underway. He rolls in for ball number 4, and Dent comes back, defends. He jumps, and Pij continues to run at him. Well, I don't know if we're a fan of that ponytail. We're going to come in for the last. It's none for none. The captain leads from the front. Dent gets on the front tied, and after the first 6 balls, Gloucestershire, a none for none. Well, Marcus Harris, the danger man, down the other end, yet to have a ball at him, but we come in again to Dent. We just get him forward on an awkward length. It's a dot to point. But a very heavy offside field. A catching gully, couple men in the covers as we go wide, and Dent hits this exactly to where we put him. You've got to remember that we are playing on a dusty one. The new ball is everything. We come in, bend the back a little straighter, and Dent steps across, clips it down to fine leg, and Pjizma concedes his first. Couple run him out, you idiot. So we concede our first 2. Pij going to really bend his back and test the short one here. He gets up the top edge from Dent, goes flying over the keeper's head at 6. Why are they appealing? Well, after a tidy start, that had to happen. He comes in for the last of his second. He rolls his fingers over this one. The backward point gully fieldsman picks it up, and after 3, Gloucester, 12 for none. So some great captaincy. Pjizma takes himself off after 2, and the boys take a couple of wickets. He brings himself on and gets smashed through cover, point for 4. Oh boy, it is game on. Well, he just tried the leg cutter. He's going to go back to it again, maybe with a little bit more pace. This time he drops it into the wicket, and it gets cut all the way for 4 again. Well, I'll tell you what, the captain's on the back foot, and it's 48 for 2 in the 10th. He lengthens Dent up this time, and he punches it to mid-off for no run. Funny what pressure cricket can do to blokes. He comes in again, a little slower this time. He finds his line and length, and it's pumped to cover again. No run. Just under 5 and over with 2 balls left in the power play. Pjizma rolls in, he gets the length right. Dent missed times at square leg in. I'll tell you what, you just got to ride it. In for the last of the 10th. Pij bounces him this time. Dent gets underneath it, and he sniffs his armpits. 48 for 2. Well, we were pumped in our return back to spell, but we pulled our over back nicely. This time we come in and we beat Hammond all ends up. Just gaining a little bit more momentum. Still the 2 blokes out on the boundaries. We come in again and we hit Hammond in the stomach. Pij picks it up. Does he throw it at him? No, he throws it the other way. Keep him alert. So we do make the change. We put the sweeper out at deep point. The things you love to see on a dusty wicket as it gets the play and miss from Hammond again. Oh boy, I tell you what, this is exciting cricket. 2 balls left in the over. Pjizma gets straight. Hammond hits it to square leg. 5 dots and the pressure builds. This is beautiful. In for the last of his 4th. He slows this one down, gets it short. And Hammond smashes it out to the sweeper for 1. A good over from the captain. And Gloucester are 57 for 2 after 12. Well, it feels like that type of wicket that if you get in, you can make runs. If you don't get a start, you're gonski. We get short to Dent and he lollipops this to cover. I mean, tactically, he's been brilliant. You can't ask for any more. He comes in fuller this time and as we speak, he gets flogged over cover. And that's going to go 1 bounce 4. Good batting. Maybe we'll just stick to our leg cutters and good length bowling. Pij rolls in a little tighter and Dent plays and misses. This is good. Not necessarily needing to really bend his back, but just place it and bowl to a field. He comes in for the last of his 5th. He finds that backward gully. He looks like he's been smoking there, but he stops it. And it's 69 for 2. Well, the big dog's fronting up for over number 6 in the 16th. You can see what he wants to do here to Gloucestershire. He just wants to tighten him up, choke him, and hope for a couple of batting errors. Hammond, a runner ball. Dent, 39 off 52. A solid partnership as Pij bowls a slower bouncer into the dusty wicket. It's good tactical bowling. The batsmen pick up 1 or 2. It's just 1. In for the last of his 6, and you know he's going to have to spell for a while after this. He comes in nice and full. Dent steps across, whacks it through mid-wicket. Is this going to pick up legs and go all the way to the boundary? Yes, it does. The Pjizma back for over number 30. 134 for 4 as we roll in, dig it into the crease, and Big O Price steps across and takes a single down a fine leg. You'd think we've probably got about 2 overs in this spell to see how Gloucestershire go. Pjizma rolls in again. He forces the edge. It goes through keeper and second slip. And it's 4 more to the batsman. Oh boy, that was not what the doctor ordered. We move second to first and we go in again as the slash hits the bloke at backward point. No run. Sure enough, he's leaked a few, but he's kept it tight enough. He rolls in for the last of his first over back and gets slashed through point. Gee whiz, good field placement. Having that bloke out at deep backward point. They get 1, and after 30, Gloucestershire are 140 for 4. Well, it was just the 1 over. Gave himself a couple to rest and the score gets to 161 for 4. He's going to continue on with very much of the same as this time he finds the edge. It goes through second slip, but not as far as third man. The boys pick up 1. I feel like this has been exciting without taking a wicket. I don't know really how that works, but I'll tell you what, we're finding the edges. He just misfielded that. Oh, he has. Is it gone for 4? Fucking hell! This is a coach killer. You find the edge, you do everything you can. The bloke at third man has a meltdown. It hits the inside of his hand and trickles for 4. Oh, how do you feel now, Pjizma Pant? I don't know. Rolls in next ball and this time it goes through Taylor, who's up to 51 and he sniffs his bits. Must remain composed. In for the second last of his 8th. He rolls his fingers over this one. Can third man pick this one up? Yes, he can, as Pjizma gives him about 4 verses of God Save the King. Last of his 8th and the 34th. He bends his back, gets short, and once again, backward point found out. Good bowling from Pij. It's 167 for 4. Well, here we go. All the eggs are in one basket. Pij is going to bowl himself out before the 40th as his first ball gets lengthened up and Price smashes this through extra cover for 4. Well, he's just got to go back to the slow stuff, the short stuff, the stuff that worked as he does again and he beats the bat. Well bowled. A good return for the big man. Can he just tie him up a little bit here? He rolls his fingers on this, takes some pace off it, and there's another dot ball. Good bowling. Well, I don't know how we're going to get 300 on this dusty wicket. There's going to be spinners everywhere. We bowl the next, and this gets flogged out to the bloke at deep point for a single. I'll tell you what, he's tightened this over up A-OK. Rolls in for the last of his 9th. This time it gets lollipop to cover. 1 hand, 1 bounce. The batsmen get through, and that concludes the 36th. Well, here we go. 10th over, 188 for 4. They've tightened up all right in Nottinghamshire as the slow bouncer gives Price enough time to step offside. Whack it to fine leg and they come back for 2. You're probably thinking, why do we still have the slip in place? Well, put it plain and simple. Pjizma still finds the edge as this one gets slashed to backward point, no run. Well, he's been brilliant in this last over. He rolls in, goes short, batsman step across. They whack it down to fine leg. Is it good enough? It is, and Pij concedes 4. Well, just as we speak, Jay Taylor, 71 off 78, looks to put the foot down as Pij bowls the last of his 10th. It gets pumped to mid-off for no run, and that will do him. Gloucestershire 195 for 4. And then came the end of the Gloucestershire innings, 294 for 5 after 50 overs. Jack Taylor picking up an unbeaten 124. And I'll tell you what, it was a weird 10 overs from Pij. You always felt like you're in the game, but we had about none for 60 to show for it. And I'll tell you what, we have left it all out on the park for the boys to do. We're going to pick up play in the 19th over. It's 101 for 2. We need 193 to get to proceed into the white ball final. Pjizma, Pant, this is your moment, brother. Be a hero! He strides out to the middle. He puts his cape on and his time is here. Van Buren steady. 1 for 14 off 1.4 as his first is in and Pij steps out forward, looks solid, batting with intent. And I tell you what, you may as well call the punters and put your house on Nottingham. Van Buren in for the last of his second. Pij comes in and he plays and misses. 19 bowled, 101 for 2. Well, they're asking us to go at about 6 and over. Haseeb down the other end as the left armour rolls in. Pij gets forward, checks his drive and hits it to mid-off for no run. Well, how big a factor do spinners play in the second dig here? Left armour in again, lengthens Pjizma up. He stands, he checks his shot, only hits it to the man on the ring, but he is off the mark in this semi-final. Well, can these two put their differences aside and get their county over the line? Van Buren comes back in again. Pij just checks his shot. What are you doing, you idiot? Genuinely looks like he's forgotten how to play cricket. Task at hand. Van Buren in. Sweep shot comes in and he misses. He's a little flustered. Got the 3 men out on the leg side. He checks again, steps across and he misses. Oh boy. Nervous times for the captain. 3 dot balls to start the 21st. He gets one from Van Buren this time. He's able to check his shot, not get all of it, and he hits it to the bloke at point. He throws the Haseeb's in. Direct hit, he's gone, but he's not, and he's home, and it's good. It's 2. We've got to remember that we've run this bloke out once before. We better just pull it back a little bit as Van Buren's in again. Pjizma now, he does find a gap at mid-wicket. He calls Haseeb through this one a lot safer, and he gets home. Good running. He's pulled the over back nicely. 4 off the 5 balls he's faced as he comes in for his last. Gets a fuller one. He punches this to the man on the ring. No run. And after 21, the Outlaws a 115 for 2. We know Pjizma will be the enforcer. Haseeb will just sit on his bat and anchor. Warner comes in for his 4th. He gets short to Pij. This one too short and it goes past his jaw. He's got the 2 men back, the mid-wicket, mid-on, mid-off are up, and the sweeper at cover. He goes short again this time. Pij just tickles it down fine leg. Now he's running danger and the big dog. It's going to take a good throw to get this beanpole out, and he's home for 2. Yet to really find the middle of the bat. 3 off this over. Good length ball. Pij stands on it. Does he get most of this? He does. It's going to make mid-off chase. He comes back for another 2, and that will conclude the 22nd. Well, as long as the partnership keeps ticking along, 6 and over will be achievable. Warner in for over number 5. Full toss, missing stumps by the size of Buster's pecker. Poor, different wicket, different tempo, different type of cricket. He comes in again, length ball. Pjizma doesn't get all of it, enough to pick up a picket fence. Well, you're probably wondering, Skip, why haven't you played a big shot yet? There's no need to panic. 150 rocks left for 160 runs. As Pij gets onto this one, he hits it only as far as a bloke at point. Picks up yet another single. The price number for 12 and into his third over. Milking this better than we do cows. He comes over the wicket, bowls to his field nicely. Pij just punches this down the ground for one. We get through the spinners. The 150 comes up. Hasib doing his thing, and I think it's time for Pij to accelerate. He gets a short one from Pice early doors. Can he come back for two? He calls Hasib through. The throw goes Pijma's end. That's far too easy. Well, just exposing you to different types of run chasers. This is the one called the grind. Pricing again, Pij gets back and his rib cage get absolutely hammered. Well, that should have been put over square legs head for 12. It wasn't to be. Pricing again, gets short. Pij this time doesn't go the pull shot. Just takes the option for fine leg and comes back for yet another couple. Important partnership runs. You know Hasib can lose his head at any time. Pricing. Length ball, Pjizma finally steps on this. He's got plenty of it. 3 greens and a dream. Does it go all the way for 4? It doesn't. Hasib, you're slow. 24 off 35. This wicket starting to become a factor now. Price rolls in, gets short. Pjizma tickles, and he tickles fine to the man at fine. Does he come back for 2? He's going to take him on. He gets home easy. You can see how far we're batting outside of our crease. 4 men out on the boundary and we can't hit straight. We get a short ball this time. Pij rocks back. There's the famous pull shot. Does it go for 4? It doesn't. The lads come back for 2, and after 33, the Outlaws are 179 for 2. Well, a boundaryless 50, that would be absolute scenes. It's 187 for 2. This game is far from over, and Pjizma continues to struggle. Well, there we go. Something had to happen, and Hasib Hamid has kicked him over, and he is out. 3 down as Pjizma now gets the short one. He's got Montgomery with fresh legs. He cuts this one. He comes back for 2, and this is it, ladies and gents. The 200 comes up. We've crawled our way there. Pij to 40 with no boundaries, but hey, that's what goats do. He gets a short ball, and he sneaks, and as we speak, he's picked up 4. There you go, ladies and gents. Get your arm out. Well, we can shut the gates on the boundaryless 50. What's he got in store now? The second ball. He pumps it down the ground. I don't think this is going to pick up wheels, but Montgomery's fast enough, and so is Pij, and he comes back for 3, gets himself to 47. Well, you could sense it. The counter-attack come, and now the spinners are in. Look at the disgusting tactics of this mob. Short, fine leg. Deep backward square, mid-on, mid-wicket, bog standard. Pij gets the broom out and he sweeps nicely. Now, he doesn't get all of it and he's going to run danger and suck eggs, Gloucestershire. You absolutely deserve that, you dogs. 49 off 52, just the one boundary in a dream. This is what captains do. The spinner comes in, Pij just sits on this. Can he come back for 2? He hasn't timed it. Oh, yes, he does. There's another 50, and you can put it in the books because it's a semi-final. Well, job not done. We're not sitting on that. We wait for the spinner. We find the edge again. Surely this is going to run down to the boundary. No, it just stops. But we count our luck, and Pjizma picks up 2. Well, we've lost another wicket, and yes, that has caused a scene. 216 for 4. Pij gets the broom out. Once again, can't get it. He's going to have to come back for 2. The big boundaries work in his favour, and he takes himself to 55. Well, what's Van Buren got for us? Classic dead tactics. He tosses this up, and Pij plays and misses. Oh, he's almost lost his off peg. The last ball of the 40th. What does the Gloucestershireman do? He's been good this over. He comes in. Pij just gets the sweep going. He times this one a little bit better. He takes the 1, and after 40, the Outlaws are 219 for 4. 76 off 59. 5 men out, and Pij is just eyeing up his opportunities. He tries to bang this over the bowler's head. He certainly does that, and he comes back for 2. Well, Liam Patterson-White, thank you very much. He goes bang, 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 gets himself to 19 off 10. This time, Pij gets the cut shot going, and he gets it through backward point for another couple of handy runs. This has been a chase. 45 off 40. Malto stands at central. Price comes in. Pjizma looks to lift it over his head. He gets absolutely nothing, but enough to come back for 2 more. Good batting, Skip. That brings about a change in the field. 4 off this as we come in for the last. It's time it gets short. Pjizma just can't get the angle. The boys trot through for 1, and after 44, it's 255 for 4. Well, Liam Patterson-White has just teed off on Gloucestershire, and this is why you don't throw your wicket away, kids. Pjizma has stayed there. He's hustled. He's only hit the 1 boundary. Those hammies will be stinging tomorrow, but they'll be stinging with a shot at a final, no doubt. The field is very sporadic. Look at cover. There's about 2 every time. He doesn't want to bowl there. He wants to bowl it into mid-wicket. Once again, Pij calls Patterson-White through. Oh, momentum is with the boys. This is brilliant. Well, it's just safe cricket from here on in. 18 off 23. Warner rolls in over the wicket. He bowls the full toss. Pjizma just waits on it once again, gets nothing of it, and the boys can come back for 2. Well run. That is a genuine coach killer. 2 in the ring. Pjizma moves to 80 off 86. He gets a full toss and he plays and misses. Your coach will say never leave your run chase to the last over. We need 10 off 11 here. Things just tightening up again as Pij gets 1 on his legs and he hits it to mid-wicket. The boys run and goes. Direct hit. Pjizma's safe. They come back for 2. No, they don't. 8 off 9. The bloke's not getting 100, but I tell you what, he might be getting a medallion after the final. He gets a full 1 this time. He lollipops it to cover. No run. Now it's a runner ball. Warner in. Pjizma eyes him up. He goes to smash him over the head. Now can the boys come back for 2? Patterson-White says yes, and they get there. Yeah. Well, here it is. 4 to win off the last over. Malto central. The left armer rolls in and Pjizma plays and misses. Well, it's 5 from 5. 4 to draw. That will see us go a super over. Taylor in. He bowls the full toss. Pjizma punches it down the ground. Does he get all of it? No, he doesn't. He calls Patterson-White back for 2, and that is safe. Be the hero, big dog. Be the hero. 3 off 4. Taylor in again. Lengthens up. Pjizma punches it over his head. Does this go for 4? It doesn't. He calls Patterson-White back, and the Outlaws aren't losing. Well, here we go. 1 to win, 3 balls left. Taylor in, full toss. Pjizma, he gets hit on the legs, and they go the underarm. Does he get home? Yes, he does. No appeal, no worries. Boys called boys. Malto's happy. Do we win? Do we win? Yes, we do. Pjizma Pet, you are a star. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a game that was. Petman picking up player of the match. Johnny Sins on the camera, and boy, my heart is pumping out of my chest. The Nottinghamshire Outlaws have won with 2 balls remaining. 294 plays 295. Pjizma Pant 90 not out off 102 rocks. And like we said earlier in the episode, if you know anything about white ball cricket, it's not always about the crash and bash and getting there as quick as you can. You've got to sum up the conditions. That's what we did today. We only hit the 1 boundary, but boy, we put the team on our back, and now we play in the final. Well, we are going to leave it there for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. Finals cricket is on the way. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky comment down below, and make sure you swing over to our live streams and check us out as well. But until the next time, ladies and gents, look after yourselves and those around you, and I'll catch you in the next one.